Hello, this is Mr. Fisher. This is a video for Algebra 1A or Algebra 1. Both classes have talked about this topic of data displays. We are trying to make a histogram. If you have not turned in a paper copy or a scan or a photo of this assignment, it was worth 10 points and we will exempt it until it comes in. You will also by email be given a list of other assignments which could be done on Chromebook at home for those of you who are virtual. Okay, so the most important thing to start with is we have a set of numbers here that represent the growth of fruit, specifically tomatoes. And here is a number for frequency, which is a count of numbers which are 40 all the way up to, but not including 50, excluding the 50. So from 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, but exclusive of 50. So the students were asked to take a pencil and to lightly mark out the numbers, indicating that there were one number between 40 and 50. There were 1, 2, 3, 4 numbers between 50 and 60. Between 60 and 70 there were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There were 8. Oh, excuse me, 9. 9. Now, between 70 and 80, not including 80, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. There's also 9 here. So I'm going to make a 9 instead of a tally mark. So using the small strokes or tallies or using numbers is fine. This was 1, this was 4, this was also 9. This was also 9. Okay. Now from 80 to 90 there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or 6. And there's 1 at 90. Now these numbers 1, 4, 9, 9, 6, and 1 should add up to a total which is the same as the count here. Now here there were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. There were 30, so the count should add up to the same number, and it does. So we have 30 numbers here. So from the frequency table, our goal is to go to the histogram. Now these numbers correspond to the heights of bars on the histogram. A histogram is a bar chart where the bars touch. The first interval on the histogram says from 30 to 40. But if I look back and look carefully at the paper, there were no numbers from 30 to 40. So this bar gets 0. If it would be helpful to you to write 30 to 40 at the top to understand that there were no tomatoes, that'd be fine. But the first bar, and it should be 1 tall. The second bar should be 4 tall. And the bars go all the way across from 50 to 60. Now, the next bar should be 9 tall. 9 tall right about here. And all the way to 70. And the next bar is also 9. So this is 1, this is 4, this is 9, this is 9. And then we have one at 6. And the last one is from 90 to 100 and is 1 tall. This is 1. This is 6. That is a histogram. The bars touch. The numbers inside indicate the heights. This shows the frequency from the numbers. The 1, 4, 9, 9, 6, and 1 are the heights of the bars. That is a histogram. Now this width from 40 to 50 is called an interval. It has other names. So many people say, but in other nations which also speak English, students speak of a bin or a bucket. The idea is a range or a width. In the first graph it's 10. The next graph asks us to use the same numbers, but to think of them in terms of a smaller width, a width of 5. So here we will have from 30 to 35 the bar is at 0 because there were no numbers between 30 and 40. So these between 30 and 40 the bar has no height. But for the rest of the graph, the bins are now going to be at 40 and 45. That is the interval. So that will be the location of the first bar, either from 40 to 45 or from 45 to 50. If I go back and look at the numbers, I will see that they're going to change. They will not be the same as they were before. From 30 to 35, there are 0. From 35 to 40, there are 0. From 40 to 45, there are 0. From 45 to 50, there's 1. From 50 to 55, there is 1, 2. We cannot count the 55. From 45 to 50, there's 1. From 50 to 55, there are only 2, because we cannot include the 55. But from 55 to 60, there will be 2 more. So if you notice, 50 to 60 is still 4. 2 of them will be in the first, 2 will be in the second. Now I will continue this process of talking through it as slowly as I can. Then from 60 to 65, there will be 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 of them. From 65 to 70, there will be 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. Over here from 60 to 70, let's count again. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then from 65 to 70, 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, because they should add up to 9 as well, because before from 60 to 70 was 9. Now from 70 to 75, we have 1, 2, 3. And from 75 to 80, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It should add up to 9 because the other number was 9. 3 and 6 make 9. And now to finish up from 80 to 85. From 80 is 1, 2, 3. From 85 to 90. From 85 to 90 is 1, 2, 3, which would give us a total of 6 again. And my last interval is from 90 to 95. And there should be 1. Here are my numbers. So I'm going to take the frequency counts, go back to the second histogram. I'm going to use them to draw my bars. Here goes. 0, 0, 0, and the first bar is 1. The next bar is 2. And the bar after that is also 2. From 60 to 65 is 4. And from 65 to 70 is a bit higher. One more higher. And then from 70 to 75 is only 3. And then from 75 to 80 is 6. From 80 to 85 is 3. From 85 to 90 is also 3. From 90 to 95 is only 1. So, because I made each of the intervals more narrow, I have twice as many bars, but they are not nearly as tall. They were much taller before, but there were more bars. You could write the numbers inside the graph. That would be totally appropriate. Now we're going to talk about the box and whiskers plot. The box and whisker plot requires me to know the minimum number, the maximum number, the number in the middle, the number in the front half, number in the back half. This process is very straightforward. I start with the numbers. I say first, what is the smallest number? The smallest number is 47. So the minimum is 47. On the box and whiskers plot, that corresponds to a dot or a slash. I prefer the dot. Here's 47. And then I go back and I look for the maximum. The maximum is 90. So I go back to the graph. The maximum is 90. That also is either dot or slash. I prefer the dot. There's 90. Now they can be connected with a line. Sometimes people draw the line through, and sometimes they do not. But the idea is this indicates the range of all the numbers. Okay. Now I need to know the median. Now since there are 30 items, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. This is the median. Halfway between 70 and 72. So 70, 72, and 71. 71 is halfway between there. If I add 70 to 72, I would get 142 divided by 2 is 71. So the number for the median is 71. Q1 is halfway from the first number to the 15th. So if I go back and look at the numbers again, it's the half of the front. So it is halfway from 47 to 70. There are 15 numbers. Half of 15 is 7.5. It should be the 8th number, the 8th one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Should be 62. In the same way, Q3 should be the 8th from the end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, excuse me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 78. So these numbers get bars or slashes on the boxes and whiskers plot. So estimating 62, this is Q1. Estimating 78, this is Q3. Estimating the median at 71, this is a 71. And this becomes the box around the box and whiskers plot. And that is the lesson today. So let me pause this, and I will send the rest of my comments by email.